All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and our home team.
Come on now, let's go!
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check your hot read. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Now a give, right side. Roberson.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Good night, baby.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Throwing to start the drive. Tracy. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
Mike 50.
Yeah. Leo. Now.
The first carry now. This is Williams.
Check 31.
Watch the safety.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
All day, baby.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Williams.
Back.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Watch the screen.
Under team.
On 1st down, Tracy.
Flare.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
60 yards.
The mic. 3 buzz.
Shoot.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Not this side.
They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. 2nd and 2. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On the ground, this is Smith. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Here we go. Here we go.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Let's go, D.
64. Wait.
On first down, Roberson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
On second down now, Roberson finds a seam inside the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 23. Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith, and able to work his way down to the 16. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Let's go, fellas.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3. And the Jaguar first down.
Zip. Mike 40. Here we go. Orbit.
On 1st and 10, Delgado to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Delgado. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Well, no doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught at the 25. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 56 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
50, plant.
On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. He's going to get it running right. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Touchdown for days.
A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Jaguars take over all day at their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
Smoke, smoke. Now. 40's the mic. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
22, Jet, Bubba. 22,
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5.
Let's go.
Superb.
Blue draw corkers.
Watch the shift.
Now.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
Let's go.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let's go. You're out.
Check 6 guys.
Right.
He's crazy.
5.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Room here to run.
Go, go, run.
And all the way down to the 42. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 47 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check.
Looking to throw. Tracy. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the surface catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play.
Williams loses the fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. Almost like, it's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, and this guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On 2nd down, Roberson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
That one will be incomplete. He caught it, but could not stay in bounds for the long connection.
Got it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hit it.
Williams.
We ain't giving them nothing today.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Here we go.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
That's what I'm talking about, D. Ready. Go. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Wait! Shift! He's coming. Double up. He's gone.
They'll try the left side. Roberson. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. The result there is the offense is going to come back on the field. A 1st down as they get 12 on the fake punt. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Let's go. Go to base. Cover. Watch the pass. Wide. Get wide. Check three.
Now a 1st and 3 for the fullback. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
Yeah, man. What's happening? Get out of here, man.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the gun on 3rd down, Delgado flush to his right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
On the ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when they sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this 1st half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Let's go.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. So in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tracy eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
They have to fight another down, right?
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The final shot before break. Tracy, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustmts that might be made defensively. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Ready.
From the gun, Tracy. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Set, ready.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Heavy on the edges. Let's go.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go. 50, plant. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Hit it.
Back to throw. Tracy. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to...
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. Get the blast. You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right side. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, go into pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready up.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Rabbit, 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 rabbit.
Line.
Hey, watch Sam. Check, Mike. Get it.
Here's 2nd and 8.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Set.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch 54.
Here we go, D.
Now.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Williams.
Slam.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Look at me. Dog. Fight.
They run it again with Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A
Gator.
couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll run it with Williams.
Run.
There he goes again, and finally brought down at the 38. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go.
So in Jacksonville territory
91.
now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Lead grip.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Check 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Evades him at the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Give me the bell.
A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Elliott good on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on, fellas.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
That's right, baby. They don't want.
Pilot 64. Weak. Shoot.
Lockdown, baby.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing, but he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now, making some big-time plays getting into the offense's back.
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own own territory.
Run. Get it.
Give him 3 on the play.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Looking to throw. Tracy. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Ready.
27 yards there, a first down. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, praise has to... the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Come on,
every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up,
you ain't
right
doing nothing today.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. Here we go on 4th down. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the side.
And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Ready,
After
set.
the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
61, matchbox lights. Go.
And now a third chance for the backup here to throw. He finds his man. That's Sweeney. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but
yeah,
no yardage. Great job of the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it. Gave up.
Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Welcome back to Toronto. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Fielded just inside the 20.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
I don't think you got it, son. Ready.
On 3rd down, Tracy. Throwing left side here, it is complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to...
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. The fake punt works to absolute perfection as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready?
Jaguars their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
2nd and 5. He's going to look deep for more, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Moore with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. Extra point safely through as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 33 yards that time.
54 Mike.
Recon, 132 fighter. Get it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. Topper.
Let's see what you got.
Check that.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And again this time to the tailback. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Come on, set. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
This thing is a loss. We taking wins home.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. All the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Let's go.
Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did
and he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
We load the hub and they win.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Let's go. 60 orange.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run on first down. Roberson. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Ready?
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Roberson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
That's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up there.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do. But I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time. So make sure you get in shape.
I called it. I said it's going to be a big.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 38 yards on the scamper there.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run. Boy, they were successful.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
That's it, baby. That's it.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
40's mine. 40's a mine. 40's a mine.
To throw on 2nd down, Lucas. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score.
57's the mic.
It's coming this way. Here we go.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
I smell 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomb, 5.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we see one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Making the catch is Sternberger. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
OT, girl.